He decided that he was not going to play by anybody's rules, that he wanted to kill, and he was going to kill, and he was going to continue killing.
On Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Theodore Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
With a man named Ted.
But yet you're fascinated by him.
Very, very. Every night when I go to bed, I just, I get very scared. I shut my door and lock it.
I'm not afraid of him. He just doesn't look like the type to kill somebody.
I'm disturbed to see you've joined us today. What is your name?
My name is Theodore Robert Bundy, Ted Bundy for short.
How old were you during your killings?
I was in my 20s, and I did them over a 4-year period in the 1970s.
What was your childhood like?
It was uneventful, to me at least. I was born in a home for unwed mothers on November 24th, 1946.
What are you going to name him? Theodore.
I began life thinking my mother was my sister, but I saw through the lie. Maybe I just figured out that there couldn't be 20 years difference in age between a brother and a sister. And Luis always took care of me. I just grew up knowing that she was really my mother. My grandfather was always described as a violent man who would hurt anything from dogs to people, but my relationship with him was great. My stepdad and I didn't get along that well. I was so upset about my mom being with him that I had a public tantrum at Sears and wet myself. I felt unloved by my mother when she went on to have 4 more children. My cousins would also tease me about being an illegitimate child. I was bullied because I was shy and had a speech impediment. But when I went to college, I was quite successful with my social skills and intelligence. I was what you would call a rising star in Washington state politics. I was going to get an undergraduate degree in psychology, and I was enrolling in law school.
When were you caught?
I was briefly apprehended in 1975. I was arrested by an officer in Utah after lingering outside a home due to the fact that he found a ski mask, a crowbar, an ice pick, and handcuffs in the car. These charges didn't keep me for long, so I was soon released. Later, during the year of 1975, I was pointed out during a police lineup and arrested with charges of attempted kidnapping, later being found guilty. Then I was charged with first-degree murder and had to stand trial in 1977. When I had access to the law library at Aspen's Pitkin County Courthouse, I jumped from a second-floor window and headed to the mountains. After 6 days, I was found and returned to custody. After being moved to a more secure facility, I lost a lot of weight so that I could squeeze through an opening cut through the ceiling and into the duct system and escape once again. After I committed some more crimes, I was pulled over in February and taken into custody for the final time.
What was your prison sentence?
I was sentenced to death for the murder of 2 college students, then again sentenced to death for the murder of a 12-year-old girl. In 1989, I was executed in Florida's electric chair.
What are some interesting facts about you?
Well, on my dating profile, I listed some things about me. I like long walks on the beach. Yeah, I'm kidding. For one, I never got over my ex-girlfriend, Stephanie Brooks, so obviously I killed women who looked like her. I like to kiss white girls with long brown hair from 15 years old to 25 years old. I used my charisma to lure the ladies in.
I'm going to the main building, but I'm in a rush.
Do you want to ride?
Yeah, sure.
But other times I'd pretend to be disabled or like I needed help.
Oh, my leg! Are you okay? Here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you walk me back to my car? I'm struggling.
Okay.
I confessed to about 30 murders, but nobody truly knows how many women I killed. I would also take photos of the victims. When you work hard to do something right, you don't want to forget it. And like they always say, the criminals always return to the scene of the crime. I would imagine this scenario, think of how I could improve on my next murder, normal things like that. I also had a fan club during and after my trial. Many women would send me letters and profess their love. Thousands would call me hot and attractive. I was on death row for 10 years and actually ended up as my own lawyer. I had no legal qualifications, but I represented myself anyway. I will plead not guilty right now. While I was doing this, I proposed to my girlfriend, Carol Ann Boone, and she said yes. I had a daughter with her, and she was born in 1981.
Ted Bundy had a good appearance and superficial charm. He was also able to tell the difference between right and wrong. He had no conscience and enjoyed his victims' terror. He was a power-oriented serial killer. He was also a monster.
Just say something.
My name's Ted Bundy.
Go.
I'm talking about when I was executed.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when I died.
Yes. We had to go.
Okay.
Give him a little kiss.
No.
On the forehead.
Sally's just standing outside.
Such a precious child. Like, you don't die with your hands in your pockets.